and it is the visitors to Jalan Besar Stadium, which is about to play host to a Friday night blockbuster. And this, of course, is the start of a round of matches as we come towards the end of this season that could prove critical in a couple of ways. First up tonight, a win for Albirex, and the 5th Singapore Premier League title is theirs. Tomorrow we see Tampines Rovers, who with a similar result against Hougang United away could seal 3rd place in the table. Then on Saturday it's also Young Lions against Balestier Khalsa, while on Sunday Geylang International host Tanjong Pagar United, and they are 2 of the 3 teams, of course, involved in that struggle for 4th place in the table. So whichever way you look at it, a very special weekend lies ahead. But first things first, I'm with Roshan once again, delighted to be here at Jalan Besar Stadium. You know, Roshan, we always knew this title race would come down to Lion City Sailors or Albirex.
Yeah.
But to potentially have it decided in a game here between both of them, well, that's special, isn't it?
Very special, and in a really good venue as well. It's brilliant just to be out here. It's a sold-out crowd. It's going to be incredible in terms of the atmosphere, and it is essentially for the Lion City Sailors pretty much do or die. Must win this one. Yes, mathematically, if they draw, they're still in with a chance. But really, I mean, if you want to have some element of control going into the final 2 matches, they have to go out and get all 3 points.
Yeah, this is the equation as far as the table is concerned. As Roshan's rightly pointed out, yeah, you could get to mathematical permutations if the game is drawn tonight, but even that would not be at all favourable to Lion City Sailors. Albirex, no, go and win it, and they win the league. And then below that, of course, you can see that separation between Tampines and the chasing pack of 3 behind them. So it's great to see as we come towards the closing stages of this season that there is so much up for grabs. But to matters at hand, we've only come to this situation because somehow over the last few weeks, Lion City Sailors, the reigning champions, the financial powerhouses of football in this country, have fallen apart.
Yeah,
no
they have.
Form, no results, no defense. Yeah. What's happened?
You said it earlier. I mean, they've fallen apart and it's just collapsing in a defensive sense, and in attack as well. It's not working out too well for them. You look at the number of goals that they've conceded. It's 10 goals that they've conceded in the last 3 matches, 14 in the last 4. If you include that game against Hougang United, where the warning signs were there. Yeah, they scored 9. But Lalich came after the game and said he wasn't happy with the way they defended and the way they conceded those 4 goals, and it seemed like they didn't learn too many lessons from that match.
But this is a squad that has been assembled with expensively bought imports, with the best players that Singapore has to offer.
Yeah.
And you have to look back to the departure of Kim Do-hoon, don't you, on what, August the 11th now?
Yeah.
Subsequent to that, things have imploded somehow, haven't they? The players haven't been able to plot the course to the title again.
Well, there was a bit of a new manager bounce, so to speak, in a sense, when Lalich came in and they were banging in all those goals. And they looked actually comfortable. They looked like they'd go on and finish the season really strongly. And then after that 9-4, it just all fell apart. I mean, conceding 5 goals against Balestier Khalsa. I mean, look, if you're in a title race...
on a terrible pitch, difficult conditions.
You're both playing on that pitch. And if you've got ambitions of winning the title, those are the places you need to go to and dig out a result. You need to show that character in those moments, and we haven't seen enough of that from this Lion City Sailors side over the last few weeks or so.
Well, they've also been struggling defensively. Obviously, if you concede 5 against a team that's languishing near the bottom of the table, that's apparent. But the problem they've got, of course, is that with Haris Harun now absent from the defence through suspension after his red card last time out, Pedro, of course, continuing to be absent, the defending has been woeful. I know that you've highlighted the nature of the goals they've been conceding.
Look, I mean, look at the mistakes that they're making here. It's really basic errors that Singapore international level players are making. Poor clearances, they give opposition chances. There are players running in on the blind side. There's no strength, there's no balance in these situations. There's no physicality in the Lion City Sailors game. And that's something that's been really lacking over the last few matches. We talk about the fact that they've conceded those 10 goals in the last 3 games. The reasons why. Conceding basic, opportunities to the opposition. And I think obviously Pedro Enrique being out of the side has had a big impact on the fact that they've looked a little bit loose defensively. There's no more organization in that team. But still.
But you know, Roshan, as a former top-flight player yourself, that very often that kind of defensive frailty is a mental thing, isn't it?
It is. And still, I mean, again, I have to go back to the fact that these are Singapore international level players.
Yeah.
You have to lift your performances because there's been big investment made into the side in terms of getting the best available Singaporean talent that they can into this club. And when you make an investment, you expect a return. And at the moment, that return is not quite coming from this team.
Let's talk about the attacking side of this equation. And at times they've been absolutely free scoring. They've been fantastic, scintillating even to watch in attack. But even that, of course, has just taken a bit of a blow lately, hasn't it?
It has as well. I mean, look, there's no doubt that this is a side that will create chances, will create opportunities. but that finishing touch has just been lacking. And you asked me about confidence and that mental issue with their lapses defensively. It seems to have affected them in attack as well. Yes, you look at some of these opportunities here against Geylang. Zeifel played a blinder, keeping those opportunities out, keeping those chances out. That finishing touch is just, it seems that in this situation that they are in at the moment, everything that can possibly go wrong has gone wrong for them, Lion City Sailors, over the last few weeks or so. Yeah. I will say this though, despite all the issues that we've highlighted here, the problems in attack, the issues in defense, tonight gives them a really good opportunity. They're still not fully out of it. Tonight gives them a really good opportunity to actually show everyone what this club is all about. Yeah. Go out on the pitch and show everyone what you're capable of.
In front of their fans at a packed home stadium. You're absolutely right there. What's been fascinating, let's flip this over to the Albirex Niigata side of this equation, is the fact that a team that was assembled really in the pre-season, a youngish team, with the exception of Tadanari Lee, has demonstrated fascinatingly in recent times that they can go out and score a bunch of goals, but they can also win it, score the one goal, for example, that gets them a precious point. They've shown character in shore, haven't they?
And that's been the most impressive aspect from this Albirex Niigata side. The fact that we spoke about all their quality throughout the course of the season. We've spoken about the fact that they can go out and get goals. But there have been games this season where they've conceded goals and they've still come away with results. They come away with wins. They're the side in the league with the most wins, having to come from a goal down, having conceded first, 5 wins and 2 draws, 17 points in those situations. It says a lot about the mentality of this Albirex Niigata side. And 2 of those 5 wins, by the way, where they had to come from behind, were against the Lion City Sailors. Remember that 2-1 win and that 4-2 win? They conceded first in both those matches and they still came back strong in those games. So that spirit, that fight in this Albirex Niigata side has been really, really impressive, and they've had to dig deep in some of these games to get those results.
They do it when it matters. Let's talk about the coaches, because this last few weeks has seen massive pressure applied to both coaches. Later on, we'll be hearing from Luka Lalic, who of course had to step in and take over at Lion City Sailors, and we'll also be hearing from Kazuaki Yoshinaga of Albirex Niigata. Talk about both of them. We can work our way through the form of both of these coaches, but really contrasting examples of coaches doing their job in man management and otherwise in recent times.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's a big gulf in experience. There's a big gulf in obviously being able to lead your side towards titles. And Yoshinaga is a coach who has won 2 of those titles with Albirex previously. But Lalic has come in and it's been an interesting challenge for him. After that good start where they won 3 on the bounce and they were scoring all those goals for fun, he hasn't sort of been able to steer the ship right. And he's got some of his coaching staff alongside him as well. They're working together as a unit, working together as a team to try and turn things around. But there's no real comparison in terms of the level of experience and the difference in that level between Yoshinaga and Lalic.
Tell me about this guy this season. At times, his team has disappointed him. Early in the season, they were really struggling to get anything going, and we feared for them. We worried about them even being able to mount a serious challenge for Lion City Sailors. What do you think is the most important thing that he has demonstrated as a head coach that's got them where they are on the verge of winning this title?
I think it's a real demand that his players live up to his high standards and that they deliver. And I think he's never sort of wavered from that, Yoshinaga. And the fact that, again, I go back to he's been here, he's done it. He's won the quadruple in Singapore football. He won the treble the season after, 2-time SPL Coach of the Year. He knows what it takes to win in this league. And he's got a team of players, he's got a group of players there who are hungry to go out and show that they deserve bigger contracts and that they can use this as a platform to go on and play in clubs around the region or even go back and try their hand at a higher level of play in Japanese football.
We'll talk about teams and all that in a moment, but just last word on these coaches. Who's under more pressure tonight? Yoshinaga knows that he's got to somehow keep a lid on his team because he knows they're tantalizingly close. Lalic probably knows it's, just go for it. Yeah. But so who would you rather be tonight? Whose shoes would you rather be?
I'd rather be Albirex Niigata, and I'd rather be Yoshinaga, knowing that you've got a 4-point cushion. You're up against a Lion City Sailors side that doesn't really have stability in the head coaching department. A Lion City Sailors side who don't have their first choice defense. I'd rather be Albirex Niigata, and the message for me would be to really go out and try and hurt this Lion City Sailors side from the off.
Okay, more on that when we come back after a break, because we'll have the team news for you. We'll see exactly what Lalic has done to try and patch up that Lion City Sailors defense. Will they have something in them in front of their home fans here at Jalan Besar tonight? Team news and pre-match interviews are on the way after this. Titles on the line in the AIA Singapore Premier League tonight. Albirex Niigata could win it. They're here at Jalan Besar Stadium, as are Rishrosh and Ryan, myself. Let's just quickly look at the tail of the tape between these two sides. They and the reigning champions, Lion City Sailors, so far this season statistically, well, okay, I think head-to-head wise we know who wins this one, but in terms of what's happened so far this season, 84 goals. LCS have the advantage in that count, 80 to Albirex. Listen, we both know that they're great attacking sides, and they've even managed to keep 8 clean sheets, Lion City Sailors, but bizarrely, they find themselves substantially, as it turns out, behind Albirex. And you know what, Roshan? I think I'd rather talk about the head-to-head.
Yep.
8 times they've met in Singapore Premier League football, 4 wins for Albirex, 4 draws, not a single win for LCS. Why is that? It's a thing, isn't it?
It's like a mental block or something coming against Albirex Niigata.
Yeah.
Look, it's a strange one. And again, you talk about them having to come into this game, having to win. They're going to have to write that record and pick up their first ever win against Albirex Niigata as a club. I just think this is an Albirex Niigata side that knows how to hurt the Lion City Sailors team. They play with incredible intensity, there's really good tactical discipline, and they just seem to have that mental edge over this Lion City Sailors side.
And they can take advantage of the frailties and the weaknesses that exist in the reigning champions. Let's have a little look at the team, because it's stacked against them odds-wise, you know, in terms of availability, suspensions, injuries, and it's not really helped Luka Lalic in what was always going to be a difficult job. What's he doing here then? So obviously defensively today, we see Bill Mamadou and Amirul in the absence, of course, of Haris Harun and Pedro.
Yeah, look, I think that's going to be an area that's going to be really interesting to keep an eye out on. The fact that Bill Mamadou comes in for his first start for the Lion City Sailors. You know, I used to play with his father, Bar Mamadou, at Singapore Armed Forces FC. It's great to see his son coming through. It's a huge match to throw a young player into, and that defense should be tested by this Albirex Niigata side. Adam Swandi being given the nod ahead of Shadan Sulaiman. He's been playing in that number 6 role over the last few matches. He does pretty well to try and control the tempo of things in there, but you look at the firepower up front. Kim Shin-Nook is back, which is a big boost to them. Lestien and Diego Lopez, the link-up that they have down the left-hand side is going to be key for them in this game, especially with Albirex Niigata's Idetsu pushing forward from right fullback position.
Yeah, that's a real boost for the LCS fans, I'd imagine. The news that Diego Lopez, who was a doubt, is fit, that Shin-Nook takes his place in the starting line. But I want to talk about Amirul, because we know how dangerous this Albirex attack is. Suddenly, you've got an untested, really inexperienced defensive lineup that's going to have to cope somehow.
Look, central defensive partnerships are so important. And the longer you play with each other in those positions, the better it is. You know, you get an understanding. So it's going to be really interesting to see how he gets on with a young player. Amirul is going to have to step up as the leader in that back line. He's going to have to take on that responsibility, have to talk a lot to Bill alongside him. Adjust your positions, have a look over your shoulder. These little tips on the pitch, reminders to players, because even as players we can forget the basics on a football pitch. So he's going to have a big role to play, a huge part to play, and that battle between himself and Ilhan, and even Tanaka just drifting in off the left-hand side is going to be a really good one to watch.
Yeah, we'll talk about those guys in just a minute. As far as Albirex are concerned, the contrast, and another of the contrasts between these two sides, is that they come into this one serene in terms of their preparation, because this looks to me, Roshan, like just about as strong a team as Yoshinaga could hope to put out, right?
This is pretty much his strongest lineup Yoshinaga has with the Albirex Niigata, and it's a season in which he's not had to make too many changes to his squad. He's had a settled lineup pretty much throughout the course of the campaign, which just helps his side and helps with the familiarity and things like that. Players know exactly what's required out of them. Ilhan be expected to be that target player, that focal point, pinning himself against the defenders, and I think he's going to have that physical edge as well, Ilhan, in this game. Tanaka will play off him, and they make a really good contribution. Sugita drifting in off the right-hand side, being given that freedom to roam across those forward areas as well, but of course, Omori and Idetsu, those two fullbacks, get really into advanced positions and whip in such wonderful quality.
And we've seen them already in games between these two sides coming up with crucial interventions. Let's talk a little bit about Ilhan as he warms up here. Get the feeling as well that you've got a player here who just relishes the big time. You know, he's gold dust, this guy, isn't he? And would love to make a statement tonight.
He's a local player who's come into this Albirex Niigata side and made them better. And there's not too many local players you can say that about coming into Albirex Niigata. Look, he's brilliant. I love watching him play. And, you know, at times people out there, they criticize him for this languid style. It just looks languid, but he knows exactly what he's doing. He's so intelligent.
What, 15 goals as well?
15 goals as well for a young man in this side, making a big contribution. But he's so intelligent with how he links the play, how he brings others into play, making runs into the channels. And he's very smart in the box as well. You see in tight spaces, a cheeky little back heel into a run, something like a dummy, a leave for one of his teammates. He just has very good, a really good understanding with that forward line.
Let's just quickly hear from the coaches, shall we? Because obviously it's, as we've said already, a very contrasting assignment for Luka Lalic and for Kazuaki Yoshinaga. I managed to get downstairs to catch up with them when they arrived today, and this is what they had to say pre-match, starting off with the home team's head coach. All right, Coach, following last week's defeat, which made it 3 in a row, how tough has it been to get yourself and also the team mentally ready for such a big game as tonight's?
Yeah, it's obviously a very difficult situation. I've been answering similar questions for a while now. All I can tell you is that we lost 3 games, we cannot change that, but we can definitely change the outcome of tonight's match, and that's where our mental preparation that went to.
Have you been able to identify anything in particular you feel that has gone wrong for the team? And if so, are you able to turn it around and get back to winning ways tonight?
I think even during our first 3 matches when we were winning, I was addressing that there are some fundamental issues in the team that can be changed overnight. Let's keep it at that. At the moment, I think everybody's ready for what's coming tonight, and yeah, we look forward to having a good match and to stop the defeating run.
The pressure's on because it's effectively a must-win game tonight, but it's against a team that you guys have never beaten in Singapore Premier League competition. What makes Albirex so tough to beat then?
I think just to address the last part of your question, this is what's going to make it a very interesting game, and it's just an additional motivation for us. Albirex are definitely a good side that has great attack interest, also defensively very organized. But I think we have quality in the team to show that we can do much better than we did in the last few games.
Obviously, adding to the difficulties is the suspension of Harris. Then you add that, of course, to the already injured and absent Pedro. So how are you going to patch things up defensively? And is there any other major team news you've got for us?
I've been dealing with this since I took over, right? So it was not easy in that sense, but I believe in the system of meritocracy. So those players that showed the most this week, all the players will be first 11 tonight.
Coach, thank you for talking to us. Firstly, how excited are you and your players that you have a chance to win the Singapore Premier League here tonight?
We have fought in many situations in this seasons, but all we need to do is we win the game is 1 by 1. This is our philosophy, so that this is today is no different.
Today is still a special occasion. Recently, Tadanari Lee has been a very important player for you. He's a very experienced player. Do you need his experience, especially today, to help with your young team?
Yes, he is. He provides for the young players to having the more confidence, then also the calm down for the match.
Today, if you win, you can win the league. You're playing against a team which has conceded 10 goals in the last 3 games. So, will you be aggressive and attack tonight? Because a draw is also okay. So, aggressive or cautious today?
So this is also our philosophy, is that we should win the game 1 by 1. So that today is no change to we will win the game.
Kazuaki Yoshinaga there, the Albirex Niigata head coach. Look, I did my best, but he's pretty inscrutable. However, he did say, look, we aim to win every game. Yep. Does that give us a little hint as what we're going to see tonight here at Jalan Besar?
Yeah, look, I'd be surprised if they change things around too much, because I don't think that's Albirex Niigata. And whenever I've seen them do that, when they've gone away to the likes of Hougang, playing on a grass surface, Balestier playing on a grass surface, they've had to change their game. It's not been very effective. So again, I would say it's a wounded Lion City Sailors side. Message will be go out and attack them and put them under pressure right from the get-go.
All right, prediction. I don't mean score or anything like that. Are we going to see? I mean, is everything stacked up for an exciting end-to-end game here tonight, isn't it?
I'm going to go along with that. I think it's going to be an end-to-end game here, because we know the situation. Albirex Niigata want to try and
do or die.
Go and win it and end it tonight. Win the title tonight. You don't want to take any chances with the next 2 games. Lion City Sailors have got to go for the win as well. So it should be a nice open game. I expect in the end, I know you haven't pushed me for a scoreline, but I think Albirex will pick up the 3 points.
All right.
Putting my neck on the line here.
Don't you worry about scorelines, no problem. You've just said it'll be an entertaining game. Must win is the agenda tonight, and that has to be good news. Enjoy the game when it comes along after this break. Roshan's going to be off to join Abby for commentary, and we'll be back at half-time. Enjoy the match.
A very warm welcome, one and all. It's Friday night football under the floodlights, coming to you live from the Jalan Besar Stadium for what could be the title decider in the AIA Singapore Premier League. Lion City Sailors up against Albirex Niigata, and the equation is simple. A victory for Albirex this evening will guarantee them their 5th SPL crown, so we can expect both teams to really go for this one. It's been a wet day here in Singapore, but that has not dampened this occasion. Off the pitch, we are expecting a sellout crowd. On the pitch, we are expecting some high-quality action. Speaking of high quality, Roshan Rai has made his way to the commentary position beside me as we see both teams coming out of the tunnel. Roshan, so much to look forward to in this game.
Lots to look forward to. Lots to look forward to. Really excited and delighted to be here ahead of this one. You look at the quality available for both these sides. Albirex against Lion City Sailors, and as you mentioned, the equation is simple, right? It's essentially now or never for the Lion City Sailors. Go out and try and win this game and get themselves back into the title race. For Albirex Niigata, they've got a little bit of a cushion, some breathing room, but I think they'll be looking to try and end things tonight as well and go ahead and seal the title in this one. Nice that we've had rain the whole day, essentially, on this playing surface. I feel it needs a little bit of water. Still a nice drizzle coming across Jalan Besar Stadium, so there should be a good zip. There should be a nice fast pace to this game.
Well, we just see the customary pre-match formalities underway right now. The man in the middle, Muhammad Taki, he will be assisted by Lim Kok Heng and Shafiq Jufri. Zulfikar Mustafa is the 4th official. Well, I'll tell you what, kickoff is very near right now, but there's a lot of excitement in the air, a lot of buzz around this game. It's great to see fans turning up at the stadium to watch this. And as you mentioned, Roshan, earlier in the pre-show, this is the chance for the Lion City Sailors to show what they're made of. As we have a look at the lineup, major changes at the back for the defending champions. Haris Harun misses through suspension, and Pedro Henrique is out through injury, so that means Amrul Adli skippers aside, alongside 21-year-old Bill Mamadou, who's making his first start for LCS this season, so it's a huge moment for him. Diego Lopez, meanwhile returns to the lineup for the first time in over a month. And up top, Kim Shin-Wook will lead the lines for LCS after missing the last 2 matches through injury. There's the lineups for Albirex, and no surprises, they are going with an unchanged side, as alluded to earlier by the head coach Yoshinaga, which he believes is his strongest 11. Jun Kobayashi will anchor that back line alongside Keito Haria. Korai Tanaka plays as well, as he looks to add on to his goal tally in his pursuit of that golden boot. And ahead of him, Ilhan Fandi, who's now on the brink of tasting his first piece of silverware at this level. Well, Yoshinaga, a man of few words, but he definitely knows how to do this job. Twice winning the league with Albirex Niigata, 2 times SPL Coach of the Year as well. His counterpart, Luka Lalic. His experience, you can't compare the experience, but Luka Lalic has a tall order on his hands. Well, the Sailors, I had the chance to actually watch them train yesterday. They look to be in good spirits, very relaxed.
Well, there was a lot of fighting talk from the Sailors camp coming into this game about how they're ready for this one and how they're looking forward to showing what they're all about. Let's see if they can deliver on the pitch. Great that it's got a sold-out crowd here at Jalan Besar Stadium, and there's always a brilliant atmosphere. The crew, the fan club of the Lion City Sailors, up against the Swan Army fan club of Albirex Niigata.
Just a late kickoff here. Ilhan Fandi and Albirex Niigata are set to get us underway. Can LCS produce another twist to what's been a fascinating season in the SPL? We are about to find out. underway here at the Jalan Besar Stadium. Albirex Niigata kicking us off. They are in their traditional orange kit, playing from right to left on your screens. Sailors in their white tops and blue shorts, playing from left to right. Yes, Diego Lopez will look to make an immediate impact since the cross is cut out. Ball launched forward, looking for Ilhan. Strong challenge from Amrul early on.
That's a good challenge to win from Amirul. Sending a message early on, an important one as well. There'll be a few nerves in that back line for the Lion City Sailors, and for Amirul to be strong in that header will just help to calm those a little bit.
The ball drilled in, Amirul manages to get it away. Yes, Mori looking for Sugita.
There's that movement of Sugita I was talking about in the build-up to this one. He starts out on the right-hand side, but will be given license to drift into these central areas. And you see his movement into that position there, which can be very difficult for the opposition defense to keep track of. There's going to be a lot of communication, a lot of talking in that back line, because he's going to be making some good runs off the ball. So you see a foul here on Hafizno. Kobayashi going through the back of the number 11.
Poor pass in the end from Adam Swandi. Sailors still have the ball. Hafizno goes back to Bill Mamadou. Big day for the 21-year-old. Luka Lalic earlier saying that he believes in meritocracy, and looks like Bill has impressed in training. Yes, Elan. Tackled from behind by Song. Foul given.
Yeah, he had to make that challenge. He knew exactly what he was doing here, Song. The moment Ilhan turned and received and turned, I should say, Tananari Lee was there. He was looking to release quickly. Another thing I was bringing up in that build-up to this game was Ilhan's contribution in that forward line and how he brings others into play, how he links the play for them in attack. Really good focal point.
Well, we see Mori and that man Idetsu standing over this free kick. Early chance here for Albirex Niigata, but it will depend on the quality of this delivery. It's going to be Idetsu to swing one in, but finds the head of Sugita, I believe. Hassan called on for an early save. Pardon me, I think that was Haria. That's an early chance for Albirex Niigata.
It was Haria getting forward, making a good run on the blind side of the defender. It's that Bill Mamadou who's supposed to keep track of him. He's lost his runner. Unfortunate for them, they weren't punished in that situation. Another really good delivery from Idetsu. And this is exactly the kind of start to this game I expected. High tempo.
Nice pass from Tananari Lee to Idetsu. Ball comes in, and then Kodai Tanaka. Well, the form he's in, you would expect a lot better from Tanaka.
Yeah, I think he just snatches at this. Yeah, it comes to him. Perhaps takes his focus away as he makes the connection. And he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's better than that, Tanaka. Really lively start for the away side.
There's Adam looking for Kim Shinuk. His last appearance was in that defeat to Geylang, the defeat which started their slump. The ball falls to Ilhan, your first time, and that's the game's opening goal. Ilhan Fandi, brilliant strike from Ilhan. We talk about quality, and how about that for the finish?
Oh, gonna change it up here, Albirex. Haria. Lovely pass over the top. Where's the midfield? Ilhan just drops off. Links up with Tanaka, picks up the second ball. It's off the head of Bill Mamadou. He wins it in the air. Needs someone else there to help him out.
That is superb from Ilhan. Such control on the finish. That young man, and I've said this so many times this season, is something special. You look at the quality of that finish.
Ilhan Fandi with his 16th goal of the season. The league's top local goal scorer. And what a crucial goal that could be. Albirex leading after the opening 6 minutes, but that could change it. Faris Ramli looking for Diego Lopez. Just couldn't get the connection that he wanted. But we see Sailors almost responding immediately.
Good response from the Sailors, you know, almost getting themselves back into this one. Just doesn't quite catch it. Diego Lopez. Great start for Albirex, and look at them again, just nice and confident, playing it through the lines. That's a really good tackle by Adam Swandi.
Kakuta, important challenge. Ilhan Fandi who made that run. Now there's Maxime Lestienne, a lot of space ahead of him. Diego Lopez charging into the box. Lestienne decides to hold it up a little. Well, it goes on to his left, plays out to Song. Now no Adam. Finds Song. Lestienne to send the ball in. Not the best of crosses from Lestienne. Here's Tadanari Lee allowed to bring it forward. That was a cynical challenge from No Adam.
Listen, there's really no need to do that at all. The ball's gone backwards. You put yourself under pressure now because Idetsu gets a chance to just ping it in from deep. It's trying to leave a message there early on Tadanari Lee, but I'm pretty sure Tadanari Lee has experienced a lot worse in his career.
It's Kobayashi. Like it's his namesake, ball played forward to Tadanari Lee. Ref has allowed that to continue. Here's Sugita. Still Sugita. Tanaka almost on the half turn there. It's a clever header from Diego Lopez to release Lestienne. Faris is in space. Well, you could see what they were trying to do. Nice idea. Just didn't quite come off.
Yeah, the idea was there. The idea was there. Albirex leaving themselves a little bit open on the counter. And you just have a look at the starting position of Koga as well. That was important. Right at the top of his area. Meant that he could just get to the ball first ahead of Faris. And they're overloading this Lion City Sailors backline at the moment. You see Tanaka, the reason why they were able to get that chance for Ilhan, just dropped into those central areas, using his strength in the air to cause problems. Sugita just popping in now.
Well, here's Sugita. Ilhan just on his back foot. Couldn't quite control it. Chinook just glances it on for Diego Lopez, who finds Lestienne. Assessing his options. This is Maxime Lestienne to Diego Lopez. Still Diego Lopez. Twisting and turning, trying to find some space, sends the ball in. And finally Albirex getting cleared.
Oh, what a start to this game. Listen, I want it to be as open as possible for as long as possible as a neutral, right? But from Albirex' perspective, now that they're a goal up, you want to see a little bit more control from them. There's a danger here that they could be a little bit too gung-ho in trying to score the second, the third, and then get themselves caught on the counter-attack.
Tell you what, these opening 10 minutes have been played at breakneck speed. Great intensity shown by both teams. There's Hafiz Noor. Faris with an early cross in. Jun Kobayashi just puts it out for a throw.
Well, Jun Kobayashi looks like he's in that no-nonsense mood this evening. He's getting a boot onto everything that comes into the box, and he doesn't really care where it goes as long as it's away from his penalty area.
Well, can you blame him with what's at stake? Once again, if Albirex pick up the 3 points here, they will be crowned the 2022 Singapore Premier League champions. Sailors, well, they trail Albirex by 4 points. So a win here will be crucial for them, and they will need Albirex to drop points in the final 2 games of the season. Talk about no-nonsense Koga then, taking no chances as well.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have as well in that position. You don't need to be the side taking the risk. Get it out, get yourselves reorganized. You know you've got the pace to hit on the break.
Song is playing a little bit more withdrawn than he usually does, partnering Adam Swandi alongside the midfield. Here's Diego Lopez with a give and go with Chinook. Diego Lopez comes away with it. This is Song Yong, who's pushed up, spreads it out to Lestienne. Lestienne with that ball in for Chinook, forced to Song. Lestienne with another chance for a cross. Stop nobody at the back post. Still, the ball not cleared. Played out back to Hafiz Noor. Another cross coming in. This time Koga gets a punch to it. Falls to Lestienne. On his right foot, Maxime Lestienne. Well, they're asking for handball. The ref has pointed for a goal kick.
That's really good spell of possession for the Sailors. Nice bit of pressure here. Able to get crosses in. They're too slow to close down the crosses that are coming in, Albirex, at the moment. Nice composed play from Lestienne. Takes a touch. Has a shot with his right boot. I think he was saying there was a touch on his way through. And perhaps wanted at least a corner out of it. And just have a look quickly at that move as well. How Lestienne, how fast he was after delivering the first cross. Get himself back into play and get himself back onside to send another one in. Well, the Sailors, they have a chance with the likes of Lopez, the likes of Lestienne, Kim Shin-Nook in there to turn things around, especially that man out on the left, Lestienne.
Once again, Kim Shin-Nook was the target. Yes, no Adam, back to Song. Diego Lopez in some space. Diego Lopez driving to the box, falls to Maxime Lestienne. And Lion City Sailors win themselves a corner.
Very good response by the Sailors. Moving it really quickly, and it's this combination, Lopez and Lestienne, that has caused all sorts of issues for teams this season. And the key there is Lopez running in towards 2 Albirex defenders, drawing Idetsu in with him. That clears space for Lestienne. Have a look at this run. He takes 2 defenders along with him, draws Idetsu into him. That frees up space for Lestienne to then charge into the box.
There's going to be Lestienne to take this corner kick. Kobayashi gets it away. To Sugita. Yes, Kan Kobayashi. Albirex happy to just hang on to the ball for a bit. You can understand why. Tanaka allowed to turn. Korai Tanaka from range.
What an effort. Again, just pins himself up against Hafiz Noor. Gets goal side of him. And it opens up for him. Why not? And again, that space opens up because the moment he turns, Ilhan's made a run, looking to get in behind that opposition defense. That forces the Sailors' defense to just drop off with him.
Again, Diego Lopez winning that aerial battle. Lopez picks it up. Albirex managed to clear the lines. Goes to Adam Swandi. Oh, there's a nice ball to Kim Shin-wook. Kim Shin-wook, 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, and he puts it away. Cool as you like. And just like that, the Lion City Sailors have pulled themselves level, much to the delight of the home fans here at the Jalan Besar Stadium.
Excellent response by the Sailors to go in a goal down. Brilliant pass, played over the top. Was it Adam Swandi who just floated it into Kim Shin-wook? Have a look at the weight on that pass. Kobayashi just gets caught underneath it, and Kim Shin-wook keeps his composure. And what was great about that move as well was Kim Shin-wook, you just saw him get himself again back into an onside position, peeling off the blind side of Jun Kobayashi, getting his touch spot on, applying that quality.
Well, Kim Shin-wook with his 21st goal of the season, assisted by Adam Swandi, who's now picked up 3 assists for the season. And that goal means that we are tied at 1-1 right now.
As Keto Haria has just gone down. Really not a good sign for Albirex Niigata. It was a Mori, sorry, not Haria. Just took in a kick there. I thought initially it was Haria. It's good to see Haria is going to be okay. Omori, though, who has been the starting left back for pretty much the whole season. And you could say that about almost everyone on this Albirex Niigata starting 11. Just taking a bit of a kick, it looked at.
Mori has made 23 appearances for Albirex this season. Let's see if he'll be fit enough to continue. It doesn't look like it. Looks like Sambongi is going to be brought on for Mori, and that's your confirmation. Tatsuya Sambongi coming on for Mori. Slot in that left back position. Big blow for Albirex.
Yeah, it's a blow. It's a blow for Albirex. I think Sambongi hasn't been the most convincing this season. And also another thing in terms of the overall balance of their play, Omori, naturally left-footed, gives them that natural width down the left. Sambongi is a right-footed player, so he's always going to be looking to try, and natural tendency is to going to be trying to look to cut it back onto his right foot. We'll see how that pans out.
Sugita in that far corner, just holding up play, wins the free kick. Intelligent play from Sugita. You're going to see Idetsu take this free kick. Idetsu has had 16 assists this season, and 2 of them have come from free kicks. Let's see if he can add to his tally here. Ilhan Fandi on the edge of the penalty box, being closely monitored by Amarul Adli. Ball comes in. Nobody really able to get the end of that. It's back to Sambongi, who's happy to just send it back where it came from. Well, the header's won by Kobayashi. As Tanaka was trying to get on the end of that.
A good ball from Sambongi from deep, and it was really only ever going to be one winner of that challenge in the air when you got Jun Kobayashi coming up against Noradam. It's not great for Omori, is it? There's the inside of his ankle there. Strapped up, lots of ice on it.
Well won by Haria. Albirex regained possession. Once again, no hurry. The ball played out to Somogi. Good challenge in the end from Hafiz Noor. Who's really stepped up to this new right back position.
I think he's done well in that position. Remember, it's a player who is always playing as a winger, as an attacker, and essentially adapt to this new-ish sort of role, I would say. A good challenge on Sambongi.
Oh, that's not something you see too often. Poor touch from Maxime Lestienne. There's Diego Lopez now. Running at this Albirex defense, has Faris Ramli for support. It's a beautiful pass, or at least the idea was there. Looking for Faris Ramli just to play it in between the defenders, but well read in the end by Koga.
Decent pass from Diego Lopez, and again it's his running with the ball that really draws that Albirex defense narrow in towards him. Creates space for him to just play these passes in behind for the speed of Lestienne and Faris Ramli. There's too much on that pass there on that occasion from Lopez.
Lopez finds Faris Ramli this time. Faris Ramli sends the ball in. It's Song at the header. Oh, it's a late run from Song Young.
That's an energetic run from Song through that midfield, running from deep. And again, if they don't track runners, running onto that cross, he's got the momentum with him. Just a mistimed header there from Song.
Both sides having 4 shots each on goal. That's made for a very entertaining game of football here. Great way to kick off the weekend. So what, Roshan, this is something we've really missed, especially in the last 2 years. The sort of atmosphere. You see Tadanarili skips away from Anaswandi. Beats Hafiz Noor, but Bill Mamadou comes in with a strong challenge.
And he's gone in with full force there. Bill Mamadou, well timed. Gets all of the ball. Albirex Niigata still in possession though.
It's Kakuta. Almost loses out to Diego Lopez there. Played out to Sambongi. Comes in onto his right. Well, that's a poor cross in the end.
Frustration for Tadanarili and Ilhan waiting in the area. 2 players who are strong in the air. Again, not the kind of service they would have liked. That's going to be the issue with Omori being out. He's very good with his delivery from wider areas, Omori. And you see what I was talking about there, Sambongi always looking to try and cut it onto his right foot. And that, again, he's going to be playing in these in-swingers. And as a striker, as an attacker, at times you've almost sort of got to get a different read on it.
Kan Kobayashi passing that straight to Diego Lopez. Kakuta does well. Finds Tanaka. Here is Kobayashi. Sugita has Hidetsu on the overlap. Decides to come inside. Tadanarili. Was a low cross. Amr will get it away. And makes that run forward. Here's Amruladli. Perhaps too ambitious. A little bit excited there.
A rush of blood to the head from Amirul. Made his run all the way into midfield, and then Ab should have just tried to pick out Kim Shin-ok with a simple pass. Not overly ambitious. I applaud the endeavour.
Tanaka gives it away, rather gives the throw in away. It's a nice, that'd be a nice touch from Ilhan. Sugita just couldn't get to that as Noradam comes away with it. Well, Noradam still has it. Looking for Lestienne now. Can he keep it in? Well, he can't.
Well, that was really good refereeing by Taki. You know, he was thinking about blowing the whistle for a free kick, and of course, how it's panned out, they weren't really able to take full advantage of it. Late challenge from Sugita. Referee just having a word with him, but that pass from Noradam was overcooked. An energetic run from him again. I've seen often this season Noradam on that left-hand side, quite happy to burst forward.
I saw him scored a wonderful goal for the national under-22 side last year in the AFC under-23 qualifiers. This very stadium as Diego Lopez was looking to pick out Lestienne. Ball instead forced to Ilhan. No real time to take a touch. Here's Lestienne. Goes on the outside. Well, the assistant referee has flagged for offside.
They are having a big issue here, Albirex Niigata, with Diego Lopez and his positioning and the spaces that he's occupying, because he's got pretty much a free role, I would say, in this Sailors attacking setup. They're finding it difficult to really get a marker on him, to pinpoint the positions that he's dropping into. And he looks like he's really enjoying himself, Diego Lopez.
Ball's played to Koga. Clearance finds Kakuta there as Kobayashi gets it out to Sugita. Udetsu still has it, but loses out to Lestienne. Both teams not really giving each other too much space and time on the ball.
Clear foul on Lestienne. You know, referee Taki's done really well to just keep a cool head on things. He's just allowed the game to flow.
That's a clever pass looking for Shin-ok. Doesn't quite have the legs to get onto that.
And you see Noradam just popping up in that left half space. A difficult position for opposition players to really pick up on, because you're kind of in an area of the pitch where players will look at each other from a defensive perspective and say, okay, hang on, is that my man? If I go out and close him down, then someone else has to sort of shuttle across, and that frees up spaces for your teammates in other areas of the pitch.
Isn't the problem with that, when you lose the ball, you get caught out?
Well, that's why you have this thing called, the new parlance is called rest defense, right? But it just, to simplify it, if you want to use a new term, fine, but if you just want to simplify it, it's just basically being aware of your position when you do have possession of the ball, so that when you lose it, you're not overexposed. You're still in the right sort of defensive shape.
Well, that's football tactics 101 from Rich Roshan Rai. See Albirex just trying to penetrate the Sailor side. So we just passed the half-hour mark.
Rest defense, by the way, it's not some new invention. It's been something that teams have been aware of in previous years. Just making sure you've got an awareness, as I said, of what's going on in case you do lose the ball.
And here I thought football was just all about scoring goals.
Now you got to get to the goal. You got to find a way to get to the goal, right? Great chances.
Albirex aren't going to get to the goal with passes like that. As Lestian comes forward. This cross, I think, got a deflection of Diego Lopez. Well, this game burst into life those opening 10 minutes, and then it's kind of settled now. There's Sambongi. The throw goes the way of Albirex. Still Tadanari Lee. It's another Albirex throw. Tadanari Lee lays it out to Sugita there. This is Idetsu now. Bodies in the box for Albirex. Sugita loses out to Lestienne. Who finds Song Young. Still Song. Hafiz looking for Faris Ramle. Haria does that was so well just to come across and cut that out. But here's Song. Looks like he's everywhere on this Jalan Besar pitch. Song Young.
Excellent work rate. That's what we expect from Song Young. I like these little passes into the channel in between Haria and Sambongi. And there Tanaka just getting a little bit callous, a little bit lazy with the challenge. Going into the back of Song Young, which puts his side under pressure. Especially with Kim Shin-wook in the end, the quality that the Sailors can put in. Deliveries of Maxime Lestienne.
The Sailors bench watches on with keen intent. It's going to be Lestienne on this free kick. Albirex forced to defend on that 6-yard line. Lestienne to take. Then poor free kick, easily cut out by Kobayashi. Adam Swandi. Nice pass to Hafiz Noor, who lays it off for Diego Lopez. Well, we've seen him score a couple of special goals. And had that got in, that would have definitely been special.
I think worth a goal from Diego Lopez. A difficult one to really find the back of the net with, but as it's come into him, he probably didn't feel like he had too many options in the area. I think just Kim Shin-wook was in there for him to try and hit. And no space for him to actually take a touch and have a shot at goal, so he thought, why not?
Mamadou loses out. going to be a corner here for Albirex. Game's first corner for the visitors, as well, you can't quite see it in your picture, but Ilhan and Amirul Adli have kept each other busy, and I think referee Momotaki is just going to have a word with the two players.
I think accidental contact there between Ilhan and Amirul, to the face of Amirul. Amirul had himself wrapped around Ilhan, and Ilhan, as you expect in those situations, as a striker would try to do, is trying to break free from the attentions of his marker. Taki will have an eye on them, I can assure you of that.
Both, of course, teammates for the national side. Ball comes in, Hasatsani gets a touch, falls to Kakuta. Danger still not cleared, off the crossbar. Ilhan gets it back in, and that is the game's second goal. And it's Korai Tanaka who carries on his scoring form. We're going to have to take another look at that. But you see Yoshinaga just urging his side to be focused. But the Albirex fans celebrate, and why not? They go 2-1 up.
Idetsu with the delivery. Hassan under pressure. Only gets it out as far as the top of the box. And Kakuta is there to put it back into the danger zone. And they're just quicker to react. Yes, more alert, more aware to the situation around them. First to the ball. Ilhan, you know, he doesn't go for goal there, because I think he can be tempted in that situation to try and go for goal. Instead, he just puts it back across the 6-yard box. He sees two orange shirts there. One of them is Korai Tanaka, goal number 29.
Yes, goal number 29 for Korai Tanaka, and that puts him level with the league's leading goal scorer, Boris Kapitovic. We're going to see the race for the Golden Boot go down to the wire as well.
You know, how many times in football, around the world, across the world of football, do you see goals like that being scored in the second phase of a set piece? Once a clearance is made, it's that second phase where there's chaos in the area. And the Albirex have taken advantage of that.
Let's see how the Sailors respond. To be fair, Albirex have not really created too much going forward. Nordam finds Lestien. Looking for Chinook, Kim Chinook! Well, that would have been a vintage Sailors goal had it gone in. But Kim Chinook just couldn't direct his header on target.
Yeah, how often have we seen that this season? The give and go down the left-hand side to release Lestien. Nice triangle there. Adam it was with the pass into Lestien, clips it into the area. I mean, again, that's another physical mismatch. Chinook against Sugita. I feel disappointed that he wasn't able to get his head up and over that to head it back down.
Here's Ilhan up against Amirul Adli. Was hoofed away by Bill Mamadou.
Yeah, Ilhan's gone down. Looks like he might have been clutching his knee. He does need treatment. We're hoping that it's not going to be something serious. He looks to be in quite a bit of discomfort, Ilhan. Let's have a look here. It's his left knee, isn't it? I think. I wonder if he just sort of might have twisted it a little bit. I couldn't see too much there. didn't look like there was too much in the way of contact with another player. Just hope that he's going to be okay. I mean, this is always encouraging. Seeing a player walking off, being able to put his own body weight on his injured foot.
Oh, what a signing he's been for Albirex Niigata. Elan Fandi, just 20 years of age. Scored 16 goals this season. Well, Albirex temporarily play with 10. Elan, as he makes his way back onto the pitch, that's good to see. It's going to be a throw for Albirex Niigata here. To be taken by Sombongi. There's Tanaka. Well cut out by Hafiz Noor. Ball falls to Elan Fandi. Well, he's gone down. Slipped at the crucial moment.
That's good press. Onto it in a flash. Ilhan just losing his footing.
Well, Tanaka skips away from that sandwich there. Hafiz and Adam just not able to contain Tanaka. Then Adam recovered well. There's Tanaka. Almost pulling off that turn. There's Sombongi looking for Elan Fandi at the back post. The assistant referee's flag has gone up for offside, however.
Let's have a look at this. He might just have strayed into an offside position. Oof. That's a really close one. Well, I mean, from this angle, I'm not sure he's off. Anyway, decision's been made. On we go.
Faris is barred to the back by Sombongi. As we approach half-time here at the Jalan Besar Stadium. Sailors will be looking to try and pull level just before the break. It's Chinook who won that header. Idetsu clears it away. Song forced back to Amirul. There's Lestien. Well, the ball falls to Hafiz Noor in space here. And well, he was just not able to pull it across goal. It's a poor finish in the end from Hafiz.
Must score. This is a lovely move from Lion City Sailors. Beautiful, 2 dummies in a row. He's got to hit the far post. Has to hit the far post. First touch in there. And I think he just loses his composure. And just wants to smash it as hard as he possibly can there, Hafiz.
Little shake of the head. He knows he should have done better. As we are in the final minute of regulation time.
Could have gotten a tighter first touch as well on that one. Tighter first touch, quick shot towards the far post. We've had a couple of really good opportunities, Lion City Sailors. Again, since going 2-1 down, they have responded well. We've sort of seen this pattern in the game where Albirex scored first, and then they started to sit back a little bit more, allowed the Lion City Sailors to get at them, and now they've gotten their second. They're doing the same.
Well, we will have 2 minutes off at a time here, and Tanaka's gone down. Faris has been shown a yellow. We're going to just have another look at that.
I think Tanaka might have just been going over. It looks like he lost his balance. He was given away out there by Faris. I think he was actually falling over. There was a foul by Faris, for sure there was. But I think Tanaka was actually going over anyway.
Now done with the header. Saria under pressure finds Idetsu. It's a poor pass at the end, easily cut out. Might give Sailors one last chance here in this opening half. Kobayashi does well. This is Kan Kobayashi now.
That was well read by Jun Kobayashi. He came across to cut out that pass.
Tananari Lee almost catching Bill Mahmood out. It's good work from the youngster.
Got away with that. Tananari Lee was looking for a free kick.
And with that, Momotaki brings an end to the first half. What a first half we've had at the Jalan Besar Stadium. Burst to life after Ilhan Fandi put Albirex Niigata ahead early on. That goal was cancelled out by Kim Shin-wook. The wonderful assist from Adam Swandi. But then Korai Tanaka doing what he does best, finding the back of the net to restore Albirex lead. Well, as it stands at the Jalan Besar Stadium, Albirex Niigata will go on to win the title if the score remains. We will have the halftime highlights coming up with John Dykes and Rich Roshan Rai after a very short break. Halftime score at the Jalan Besar Stadium. Lion City Sailors 1, Albirex Niigata 2.
Welcome back to Jalan Stadium. Albirex Niigata are halfway there, halfway to a 5th Singapore Premier League crown. As Roshan has just been commentating on, a really thrilling first half here, sees them lead by 2-1 at the break. Statistically, I'd be fascinated to break this one down, Roshan, because my impression is that Lion City Sailors have given a good account of themselves in this game, but the key moments just haven't gone their way. And there you can see, they're edging it for shots, but only one of them on target, and that tells you something.
I think it's been a really balanced first half of football. I think both sides have had good opportunities. And the Sailors, to their credit, have created some really good chances. You see it there in terms of the numbers, but they have had some really good high-quality opportunities in that first half that they just haven't been able to put away.
And remember, it's a must-win occasion for them. It's do or die tonight for the reigning Singapore champions. Let's have a look at how that thrilling first half played out. Albirex, we wondered about how they would approach this. They came straight out hard in this game, and they created the first chance.
Yeah, the first chance here, and Bill Mamadou perhaps just a lack of experience, losing track of his runner there. I think it's Haria who just gets in on his blind side. Well-timed run by the young defender, and a good delivery from Idetsu. Hassan was switched on to make that save.
And then within the first, 5 minutes of the game, they were in front. And when it came, it was a simple enough goal, just a ball headed out from the defence. But what a lovely side-footed finish from Ilhan, his 16th of the season.
I mean, the composure from Ilhan, the awareness and the technique, what a goal. A brilliant, brilliant finish from Ilhan. And how often do you see players in that position, right? You can see how much it means to Yoshinaga, of course. We don't really see that release of emotion from Yoshinaga too often. But how often in these situations you see players, and much more experienced players than Ilhan, go with the laces and try and just hit the leather of the ball. Ilhan has controlled that, eye on the ball all the way down, inside of the boot, into the bottom corner. That's a brilliant finish from Ilhan, a really special goal from a special talent.
What we learned, though, was that it produced a great response from Lion City Sailors. They put together 10 excellent attacking minutes. Diego Lopez, really the most dangerous threat, and they created chances.
They did create chances, and they responded very well to going a goal down. And Diego Lopez, I think, was the player in large parts of this first half who was really sort of finding himself in some very good areas, picking up some really nice positions. And Albirex Niigata initially had a problem with trying to pinpoint where he'd actually be positioned out on the pitch to stop him.
And then this seemingly, innocuous ball in from Adam Swandi, but Jun Kobayashi makes a fatal mistake, misses it, and you don't give a chance like that to Kim Shin-uk.
He's figured it out that time, that pass, Adam Swandi into Kim Shin-uk. Beautifully flighted ball here. Perfect weight on that, into the chest of Kim Shin-uk, who just peels away from the central defender, creates a bit of space for himself with the first touch, keeps his composure. Nice second touch as well to set himself up. He doesn't rush, knows he's got time in the area and finds a good finish.
You're right, beautiful ball in, it must be said. But then this was to happen. A long punch out, and this was an amazing scramble. That one comes back off the bar. I like the composure from Ilhan there. I like that. And then Kodo Tanaka scores goal number 29.
And again from Ilhan, it's a side foot. It's the inside of the boot. He doesn't go for goal. He plays it across to a couple of teammates. It all happens so quickly as well. They react, they're sharper to this Albirex in this situation. You see that Lion City Sailors defense, they're all sort of standing around flat-footed. Albirex Niigata, look at the movement here, they're switched on. Second ball comes in, the second phase of the set piece. They're all alert to it, lively. Tanaka wants to react, they all want to react, and they get the reward out of it.
And you know what, if there's a theme here, Roshan, it's key moments. It's who has the better of the key moments. This is a really key moment coming up. When Kim Shin-uk arrives on the end of this, you expect him to score, right?
Again, good response from the Sailors. Good response to going a goal down, but why is it that they have to wait to react? And Kim Shin-uk with this header, I'm surprised he doesn't get that one on target.
And then they have another opportunity shortly after this, and that really was an opportunity for goal number 22 for the season. Then it's Hafiz Noor, played it on the right-hand side. Slightly heavy touch, again, key moment.
A tighter touch here, and go and hit the far post, and that's a goal. I mean, lovely build-up from the Lion City Sailors. A couple of dummies in the setup here. Just have a look at this. 1, 2, tighter touch. Give yourself a better angle, and a tighter touch means the defenders can't come sliding in. Needs to go far post there, he panics, and it goes wide.
And games like this, between sides as evenly matched as this, come down to those key moments, don't they? Are we done yet? Is this game done at 2-1? It doesn't feel that way, does it?
I don't think so. I think there'll be several more opportunities in the second half, because as we said, it's now or never for the Sailors. You expect them to be the side in the second half to take more of those risks, take more of those chances, and go out and try and attack this Albirex Niigata. I want to see a bit more control from Albirex, because Sailors have looked dangerous in possession.
Okay, so any obvious changes you see made or not?
Not at the moment. I mean, I've got to take a quick look at the bench here, but I think they've pretty much got all their star players out there, essentially Land City Sailors, in an attacking sense. And again, the encouraging thing is they have been creating opportunities. Just that finishing touch, that killer moment in the key moments, as you mentioned, has just been lacking for them. So I'd encourage them to keep doing the same thing in the second 45.
All right, 45 more minutes of that. Yes, very nice, thank you. Let's just remind you, this is just the start of this round of matches this weekend, a hugely significant one. We could see the title decided tonight. We also see Tampines Rovers looking to secure third spot as they travel to take on Hougang United in the first of those two Saturday matches. Simultaneously, we will see Young Lions in action against Balestier Khalsa, riding high after their fantastic victory last week. And then the Sunday game is Geylang International back at our Tampines hub against Tanjong Pagar United. So more great AI Singapore Premier League action coming your way. But for now, it's all about what happens here. Albirex Niigata, almost there. Is the title theirs? Find out in some 45 or so minutes that will be coming your way after this.
Welcome back to the Jalan Besar Stadium. We are waiting the second half of what's been a fascinating game of football between the top two sides in Singapore. Lion City Sailors and Albirex Niigata. They're separated by a goal. Albirex leading 2-1 at the break. This is the fourth time that these two teams have met or are meeting this season. But this is the most important, because victory here for Albirex Niigata will mean that they clinch the Singapore Premier League title for the 5th time in their history. Sailors, meanwhile, looking to successfully defend the crown that they won last year. You see Luka Lalic there. What would his message have been to his team, Roshan, at halftime?
I think he'll be pretty encouraged by what he's seen from his side so far, you know, and they've shown fight. There's been good determination here. You'd obviously want them to tighten a few things up at the back and react quicker to certain situations, but in attack it's looked good and they've been creating chances. It's just that they haven't been able to keep their composure in those moments, that quality to finish in the key situations. It's just been lacking from the Sailors. Otherwise, you know, they've caused a few issues for this Albirex Niigata side.
Just have a look at the White Swan army, the Albirex Niigata fans. Well, winning the title is one thing, but to win it on your arch rival's turf, that has got to count for something.
I think it'll be doubly sweet for the Albirex Niigata fans. Also reclaiming that title that they lost last season to the Lion City Sailors. And, you know, they were pretty fired up, Albirex Niigata, as a club after last season's campaign. Lessons learned. They made those changes to the squad, brought in some really good quality, and brought back Yoshinaga, the man who led them to 2 titles previously. And they were fired up to go and fight back and try and win this title again. And they've also got that little bit of a siege mentality towards the end of last season, where they felt that perhaps almost everyone in the country was rooting for the Lion City Sailors to go on and win it.
The thing about Albirex is they seem to thrive under that kind of pressure. And as you mentioned, with that siege mentality, the Sailors beating them to the title by 2 points last year. Let's see if Albirex can get their revenge here tonight. It's the Lion City Sailors who are going to get this second half underway. Not had any news on substitutions just yet. With that man's whistle, Momataki will be representing Singapore at the World Cup as a video assistant referee. As we've alluded to earlier, it is do or die here for the Sailors. Diego Lopez played back to Adam Swandi. It's Ilhan who wins the header, but Amrul is there just to get it away. Tananari Lee trying to put Ilhan through. Ilhan, well, it's just the bounce of the ball rather, and Bill Mamadou does well.
That's really good. I mean, it's just, again, another longer ball over the top that's causing issues for that Sailors defense. Tadanari Lee with the flick on. Ilhan just unable to really get that ball to sit so he could hit it towards goal.
Two-time SPL Coach of the Year, Yoshinaga, looking on as Idetsu steps up to take this corner. Ball comes in. Hassan reaches it. Goes down under the challenge.
Yeah, painful one. Really painful one for Hassan as well. Just got collected into by Jun Kobayashi. They had to go for that, Hassan, and so did Kobayashi. And quite rightly, free kick being awarded. He's done well, Hassan, to get a good punch out to it.
Satsani just earning his 100th cap for Singapore side in the recent international break. Looks to be Singapore's #1 going into the Mitsubishi Electric Cup at the end of the year. You see Adam Swandi just sprayed out to Faris Ramli. There's Faris. It's a poor ball in the end from Hafiz. Just see Diego Lopez there, frustrated with his teammates. So that foul on Kakuta. It's played out to Tanaka. Right, Tanaka up against Hafiz Noor. So Bongi floats one in. Hassan comes and collects it. Good goalkeeping. Chinook managed to get ahead of Haria. The ref says there's a foul and shows Haria the yellow card.
Yeah, it's a correct call to book Haria, and I think Haria knows that was one he had to take. Nice bit of distribution by Hassan initially. Haria was quick to come across, just left his leg in, made contact with the calf of Kim Shin-hook.
Well, the Sailors are just going to pack the Albirex penalty box. Lestienne to take the free kick. Straight into the grateful arms of Koga. We haven't seen the best of deliveries from set pieces from Lestienne tonight. Song picks it up. It's a late challenge on Song.
He's pulled it back for the first challenge on Song. He's left his leg in there, Kan Kobayashi.
Mills pass cut out by Sugita. Ilan Fandi couldn't get a touch. Diego Lopez, so cool, so calm on the ball.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? I mean, you expect this level of quality from Diego Lopez. Came to the SPL from a top-tier league in Europe, or a high-level league in Europe.
No, down with the ball in. And for so far is Ramli, thought about the shot, decided to use Chinook in the end. The chance has fizzled.
But this is what Albirex Niigata have done to deal with Diego Lopez and his movement, or they've tried to deal with it in this way. They've always got either Kakuta or Kobayashi making sure they're either blocking those passing lanes into Diego Lopez or tracking his runs.
Well, it's Diego Lopez releasing Lestienne. But the cross was poor in the end. Here's Bill Mamadou.
Looking to...
Well, he's running further up the field. Falls so far is Ramli here. The ball goes to Lestienne. Great save from Koga. Point blank save. Sailors still with possession. Haria gets it away. Yes, Korai Tanaka now, or rather the ref has blown for a foul.
Well, this one should give the Sailors a bit of a lift. Edetsu goes to sleep, the switch is off, and he should be really grateful to his goalkeeper Koga for pulling off a huge save. That's as good as a goal, I tell you. And from Lestienne's perspective, he'll feel he should have put that one away. Again, big moments, key moments. Opportunity not taken by the Lion City Sailors.
There's Sugita. Gets it back from Kakuta. Now Edetsu with a chance to send the ball in, drills one across the box. Song does well. Rex decide to go back to the goalkeeper. She mentioned big moment earlier on, the save from Koga. Was named the goalkeeper of the year last year in the SPL. Hafiz No's gone down.
Yeah, Hafiz No and Kan Kobayashi, the two of them going into that challenge. And I think it's a challenge that both of them have to really go for, full-blooded. It's a 50-50. Who dares wins. Hafiz No won on that occasion. He's back up on his feet. Good to see. He'll be able to run that one off.
They resumed here with No Adam. The throw easily cut out. Now, No Adam. Haria with the header. Kan Kobayashi finds Idetsu. Nice pass out to Tadanari Lee. Header cut out. Hafiz now has to deal with pressure from Kodai Tanaka.
That's well played, really well played by the Lion City Sailors. You know, got themselves out of trouble, played out from that pressure, kept their composure, and they've opened the pitch up.
That's Diego Lopez to Song Yong, who's encouraged to have a go by the fans. Shot easily blocked. Hafiz No now. Koga not under any real trouble there.
Now floated cross. A cross that's always going to favor the goalkeeper. And see it coming. Lots of time to read the flight of that cross as well.
Tadanari Lee just letting aside a throw. The impact that Tadanari Lee has had since his return from injury, it's been wonderful for Albirex.
He has been big time with his experience on and off the pitch. And we've spoken about him. We spoke about him last week when Albirex played against Hougang. We spoke about him in midweek on SPL Express. And the impact that he's had on this Albirex Niigata side, especially in the closing stages of this season.
Kobayashi looking for Ilhan Fandi, who wins the header. Koga plays it forward, looking for Sugita. Sailors come away with it. Diego Lopez. Plays it out to No Adam here. Nice pass to Faris Ramli. Just trying to play into the path of Diego Lopez. Well, Chinook, the ball falls to Lestian rather. Diego Lopez with a chance. Diego Lopez shot blocked. Some frantic defending from Albirex. Danger still not clear. As Adam Swandi. A little bit of trickery.
Well, living dangerously, Albirex. Again, it's Sambongi, who's, again, I think the weak point in this Albirex Niigata side, and he gets closed down quickly. It's good closing down from the Lion City Sailors, set themselves up for that chance. Adam Swandi looking to use the nutmeg as a solution. But Kan Kobayashi was alert and defended that well.
Well, there's going to be a substitution here for Albirex Niigata, and it's that man, Ilhan Fandi, who's being hauled off. In his place comes Kanato Fukazawa. which means that we can expect Tanaka rather. Will he play in a more centralized position now with this introduction of Fukuzawa?
Yeah, I think we'll start to see Tanaka just shift in field. And remember, he was the central striker for Albirex Niigata in the early weeks of the campaign before Ilhan Fandi came in, and he had to adjust his role. They had to use him differently, playing in off the left-hand side. And to their credit, and to his credit, boy, has he been effective playing off the left.
We talk about that combination. Ilhan Fandi's 3 assists have all been for Kodai Tanaka. You can see a substitution here for Lion City Sailors. Gabriel Quack is coming on for Faris Ramli, his 11th appearance this season off the bench. Let's see what kind of impact the Singapore international has on this game. Such an important player for the Sailors last season. 13 goals to his name. Managed 8 this campaign. You see Diego Lopez in the opposition penalty box. He's trying to find a yard of space.
That's much better defending from Hidetsu. He switched on that time. Eyes on Diego Lopez all the way through. Doesn't fall for those quick step overs. Holds his ground. Wins possession for his side.
I have the feeling that as this game heads into its latter stages, we're going to see Albirex be a lot more cautious. Oh, was there some afters there? Yoshinaga definitely thinks so. Song is brandished the yellow card immediately. I don't think there was any malice though.
So the reaction from Yoshinaga. It's quick off his bench. He's just stepped on the ankle of Kodai Tanaka. Song. I don't think there's any intention behind that. Quick apology to Kodai Tanaka, and swift action being taken by referee Taki.
It's a free kick here for Albirex. Hidetsu floats one in. Ball still not cleared. It's Taranari Lee in the box. Well, it's still bouncing around. They have to be careful here, Sailors. Kodai Tanaka puts the ball into a good position, but there were no orange shirts around. They still have the ball. Tanaka. Fukuzawa goes down. Ref says no foul. Well, that is definitely a foul.
Kanato Fukuzawa, he does well. Skip past a couple of challenges. That's a clear dive. Good decision by the referee. And a bit of frustration from Fukuzawa, taking out Song.
See Kodai Tanaka just urging his teammates on. He's pumped up.
Yeah, he certainly was after putting that challenge on Bill Mamadou, closing down that attempted clearance.
Kim Chinook to Diego Lopez. To Lestien. It's Kim Chinook in the box. Can he find him? Yes, he can. Well, Chinook just heads that across the face of goal, but there was nobody to pick it up. It's a well-worked move, though. Sailors still have the ball. It's with No Adam now.
I thought he was going to go for goal there, Kim Chinook. Maybe he felt the angle was against him. Wanted to set up a teammate. Again, that's another, I would say, pretty good opportunity for the Sailors that they haven't been able to take.
Ball played out to Diego Lopez, who manages to keep it in. Was a chance here for Chinook. Albirex managed to get it away. Gabriel Quack from distance. Straight at Koga. There'll be moments here for Albirex Niigata.
They'll be relieved Albirex to have survived that one. Again, it's a scramble clearance in the penalty area. Gabriel Quack from distance. That's a good, strong header from Amirul. I think he's had a very good game as captain for Land City Sailors. Said he needed to step up and be that leader this evening. I think he's done that.
Yes, Idetsu now. Tanaka and Taranari in the box. So Albirex player down. It's Sombongi, the substitute, who came on in the first half. He was holding on to his ankle. Looks like he should be able to carry on.
It'll be interesting if he needs to go off. Already had to make a change down that side of the pitch. Mori leaving the action early.
Hafiz releases Gabriel Quack down that right-hand side. There's Gabriel Quack. Well, he's forced back to Hafiz. Song does well to just keep possession. Goes out to Lestian. Thought about a cross, cuts in inside. Lestian to Hafiz Noor. Well, Taranari Lee was alert to the danger. Sugita gets it forward, and that's going to be an Albirex throw.
That's unfortunate for Amirul. Again, he's strong with that initial header. His throw-in taken quickly. That's with this effort. Lestienne, so difficult to stop, but the way he's able to accelerate, just away from any sort of challenges.
Tanaka has gone down again. Do you have another look at that?
I think he's just claiming, oh yeah, I did. There was contact. Oh, Song leading with the studs. Connecting with Kura Tanaka.
Fukuzawa. Well, tries to go past Hafiz Noor. It gives away the free kick. A dangerous position, especially with Idetsu's quality.
Yeah, he's smart enough and quick enough to get the touch away from Hafiz Noor.
Well, Albirex very happy to commit. Bodies forward. 5 orange shirts in the penalty box, all awaiting the delivery from Idetsu. So near post, well, was Kobayashi. Got his head onto that. Really difficult one though.
It was whipped in with enough pace by Idetsu. Kobayashi just trying to direct it towards goal. Getting a bit too much contact, I think, on that header as he met the free kick from Idetsu. Decent opportunity. Albirex Niigata.
Amrul launches it forward, looking for Chinook. Diego Lopez playing out to Lestienne, who's now swapped flanks with Gabriel Quack. Song Young almost giving it away. There's Adam. Back to Lestienne. Some ball play to Chinook. Well, nice idea, just trying to put Lestienne through. A challenge coming right through the back of Tadanari Lee from Adam Swandi. And he's now gotten a yellow card as well.
Okay, this is a yellow, no complaints, but I just want to highlight that bit of defending from Kan Kobayashi. Just have a look at Haris Harun, suspended for this one. But just go back to that piece of defending from Kan Kobayashi. And you mentioned that flick from Kim Shin-ok. And that was really good tracking of the runner from Kan Kobayashi. Spotted the movement of Lestienne, made sure he got himself into that position to intercept that flick on from Kim Shin-ok. These are the little moments, these are the little details that prevent danger.
Will be required to be focused, especially as we enter the final 20 minutes of this game, which has been played at great intensity. Tanaka keeps it in. It's a poor pass in the end from Amrul. Kakuta. That's to Tanaka, who is onside. It's a good challenge from Amrul.
Yeah, he's been good, Amrul. Really making up for that error he committed against Pallister Khalsa. Handed the captain's armband as well. And he's lived up to it.
No foul, says the referee. Song playing it to Diego Lopez, who just spreads it out to Lestienne. Just not enough power on that, cut out by Sombongi. It's a nice reverse pass. Tadanari Lee still has it. Sombongi, poor cross from him. He had options.
He had orange shirts in the box, and he had numbers in the area. He couldn't pick up any one of them. And had Tadanari Lee as well, making the run on the outside of him. To his credit, it was Sombongi who stepped across to cut out that pass.
It's like we might see another substitution from the Lion City Sailors. Would you make any changes, Roshan?
Well, you look at that for the Sailors you're referring to, right?
Yep.
Well, I'll just come back to it after we see this transition from Albirex Niigata. I thought they wouldn't break at pace there. They still might do here.
The Detsu. Well, Tadanari Lee is calling for the ball.
Now, very quickly, I think I probably bring Saifola on. Just looking at that bench there, let's try and shake things up.
The ball chipped in to Tanaka. Acrobatic save in the end from Hassan Sani. Well, I'm not sure if you peeked over the bench, but it looks like Saifullah will be coming on. The foul, yes, says the referee, in a dangerous position. Because this is Idetsu territory.
Let's have a look at this. Tadanari Lee quicker to that. Gabriel Quack just leaves the leg in. And it looks like Hafiz Noor is coming off for Saifullah.
Confirmation of the substitution. Saifullah Akbar going to be brought on to replace Hafiz Noor. Saifullah, of course, had a very good season with the Sailors last year. Just getting some instructions from Song. Well, their task at hand to defend this free kick. We've seen some special goals from set pieces this season.
Yeah, Detsu has been brilliant from the free kicks, hasn't he?
He's scored 5 goals this season. 4 of them have come from dead ball situations. Can he add to that tally?
He's already scored against the Sailors, I remember. That free kick that came towards the end of the first half, I think, in that win at Jalan Besar.
Goal now would certainly kill off this fixture. It falls on the shoulders of this man, Masaya Idetsu. Idetsu straight into the wall.
That's excellent. Really good. I love it when a wall does its job. Stand up to it. They get flushed to the face. Only one that really turned away from it was Bill Mamadou. The rest of them faced up to it. Took the hit. Well done.
And the final 15 minutes of this game. Can the Lion City Sailors salvage something here? A point will keep their title hopes alive, but it will require Albirex to drop points in the final 2 games of the season. Saifullah plays it forward to the feet of Kim Chinook. It's a nice pass over the top. Lestian. There's Diego Lopez in the box alongside Gabriel Quack. Gabriel Quack with the chance here. And that's a great defensive header from Idetsu. And it's a corner here for the Lion City Sailors.
A crucial touch from Masaya Idetsu. Again, making sure he was tracking the run of Gabriel Quack towards the far post. Stretching to get his head on that.
Corner comes in. Saifullah, early ball in, falls to Gabriel Quack. Well, we all know that he has a decent left foot, and that clearly showed. Poor finish in the end on his right.
Yeah, it's closed down by Idetsu, but he got himself into a really good position. Nice movement by Gabriel Quack to get himself into that area. Underneath the ball, didn't get the contact that he needed to.
It's a chance here for Tanaka, who's chasing this one down. He's beaten Hassan Sadi. Does that cross the line? Well, it looks like it certainly has. The referee's given it. And Korai Tanaka has completed his brace here at the Jalan Besar Stadium. Well, confirmation that the officials have given it. Korai Tanaka with his 30th goal of the season.
Oh, that should be it. The only time that Sailors' defense in the second half, I think, has really just gone to bed. It's a ball over the top. They allow it to bounce. Amirul, I thought he did enough to get contact onto it. Back towards Hassan. Controversy with that goal as well. Was there a foul on Hassan here? There might well have been. I'm not sure if Tanaka makes too much contact with the ball. It goes through the leg of Hassan. there is a collision between Tanaka and Hassan Sani. The goal has been awarded. It's definitely crossed the line. And that could be that.
Well, Hassan is still down. And it looks like this game has crept away from the Lion City Sailors. Albirex Niigata now leading 3-1. And it looks like they are on their way to a 5th SPL title.
Well, it's just not been your night, has it, the Lion City Sailors? You look at that goal for Albirex, and it's just trickled across the goal line, essentially. Had enough pace on it to go all the way through. And Tanaka as well, just lost sight of the ball after the challenge with Hassan. But there was enough pace on it to give Albirex their 3rd goal of the night. And Korai Tanaka, goal number 30 of the season. I think he's the first player to hit 30 since Mislav Karoglan in 2011 for Singapore Armed Forces Football Club. Ended the season with 33 in that campaign.
There's Lestienne, goes for goal. Just narrowly sending that one over. And there's going to be a substitution for Lion City Sailors. One last roll of the dice. It's going to be Anu who's coming on for Adam Swandi. So we have another look at the chance from Lestienne.
Yeah, difficult one to hit on the half volley.
Well, the way it stands, I'm sure Sailors have to throw everything they've got at it.
Well, they've left 4 up top. Gabriel Kwak. Oh, well, there could be another one for Albirex here.
There's Kobayashi. Decides to go on his own. Forces Hassan Sani into a save.
There was a mistake from Anu there on his introduction. Wasn't punished by Kobayashi.
Detsu battling away with Gabriel Kwak.
I was just going to say they've left the 4 up top here, Lion City Sailors. Lestienne, Lopez, Kim Shin-ok, Gabriel Kwak. It's 4 and 4 up there. Big gulf in midfield. Song Ayong just in that space behind Albrex's midfield. And just being encouraged to send it forward at every opportunity, this Lion City Sailors back line.
Yeah, it's Song. Out to Saifullah. The body's in the box for the Sailors. Saifullah to low cross in. Was that a penalty? The referee says no. Sailors still have the ball. Amrul chips it forward. It's alert play from Saifullah. There's Bil Mamadou to Amirul. Anu forced back to Bil Mamadou. Now No Adam to Lestienne, who's now come over to the near side. Maxime Lestienne with the ball in. Defended well by Sombongi. Still Lestienne. And that is a penalty. The referee points to the spot. Looks like Idetsu has given it away. And we could be in for a frantic finish.
Lestienne again, trying to be that man who just drags the Lion City Sailors back into this one. He was late there, Idetsu. Just got his body position closed off. Lestienne sneaks in, gets to the ball first. And the correct call by the referee. Big moment, huge moment for Gabriel Kwak.
It is going to be Gabriel Quack to take the spot kick. It's Gabriel Quack up against Takahiro Koga. Gabriel Quack finishes it in style and pulls one back for the Lion City Sailors with about 6 minutes left to go on the clock. The Sailors are still in this contest.
He stepped up when it counted, had to put that away. And they're still in. That could be the goal that gives them that platform to push on and try and get the equalizer. There's still time for that. And a pressure moment for Gabriel Quack. He responds with a penalty that was neatly tucked away.
You see substitution for Albirex Niigata. Ryo Kunimoto is coming on for Tadanari Lee. Saifullah finds Diego Lopez. Idetsu manages to clear it. Here's Anu. Lestien to Diego Lopez. Now Lestien with a chance. Just trying to set up Song. Albirex have got to switch on here. Well, Anu comes forward. Koga decides to punch it in the end. Diego Lopez now to Lestien. Maxime Lestien. Well, he went for that far corner. Just couldn't quite pull it off. Sails over the bar.
Inches. Let's have a look at how close this is for Lestien. Nervy moments for Albirex Niigata when they got that extra body in the back line in Kunimoto, and he was there to step across with that first block or that first clearance.
It's a free kick for the Lion City Sailors.
And a situation here where both these sides are going to have to dig into their reserves. Albirex to dig deep to see this one out. Sailors digging deep to save their title challenge and keep a hold of their crown.
That was a poor pass. This is Tanaka. Maria plays it out to Fukazawa. They go back to Koga. Well, Sonmongi just happy to put it out. An air of expectation here at the Jalan Besar Stadium among the home fans.
Listen, I still think they need to win this. I still think they need two. But I'm pretty certain they'll take one if they have to settle for that. Keeps the title race alive. And at least it'll mean Albirex Niigata don't win it on their home turf.
Nicely done. Played out to Idetsu. There's Sugita.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, lovely pass from Sugita to Kakuta now. Sugita receives it back as Idetsu for company thought about the first time cross. Sugita in some space. This is Kobayashi. Well, the wall pass didn't quite work on that occasion, but Albirex still have the ball. It's Fukuzawa. Drills one across. Forces Hassan Sani into another save.
The shift, quick shift in the shot here. Not being closed down. Hassan was quick to react at the near post, but this is perfect for Albirex Niigata, exactly where they want to be. As far away from their own goal as possible.
See Idetsu in no hurry to take this corner kick. Clever flick. So that's a goal kick. Just see everyone, as you mentioned, have to really dig deep into their reserves here. We approach the final stages of this game. Ball played out to Maxime Lestienne. Nice bit of footwork from Lestienne. Just couldn't find Saifullah. Here he is again on the ball. No Adam. Looking for Kim Chinook. It's going to be a goal kick.
Now Tanaka's gone down with cramp. You see a couple of Albirex Niigata players going down just to try and kill the tempo of the game, slow it down as much as they can. They did well to get numbers in the box there, Albirex. Just making sure they flooded the area with orange shirts.
Well, the announcement of 5 minutes of added time greeted with cheers here at the Jalan Besar Stadium. Still plenty of time for the Sailors. Bill Mamadou losing out there. Look at Fukuzawa. Ball played into Tanaka here. Kodai Tanaka. Shot blocked.
That was brilliant play from Fukuzawa. The young players out there, you look at his size up against Bill Mamadou. Anyone ever tells you you're too small to make it in a professional game, you just have a look at that. It's all about awareness of the situation, getting your body in the way, shielding, protecting possession. Once you put yourself there, it's incredibly difficult for anyone to get around you.
As Saifullah comes away with the ball. Here he is again to Maxime Lestienne. Lestienne, it's a deep cross. And he knows it. Should have been better.
Well, the only positive about that cross is the fact that it's actually gone up for a throw-in, which is not too bad. It means they can push on and just pin Albirex back here. Don't allow them to get out of this easily. That looked like a foul throw. Play continues.
Tanaka does well against Amirul. Albirex still have the ball. Fukuzawa almost burst away. Great play from Fukuzawa. Give it away now. Gabriel Quack. The chance here for Tanaka. Flex stays down. Kodai Tanaka. Hat-trick for the Albirex number 11. And that puts the result beyond any doubt here. Albirex Niigata go 4-2 up. And if the scores stay this way, it means that they will win the 2022 season of the Singapore Premier League.
Look at just how much it means to this Albirex Niigata side and how much it means to Kazuaki Yoshinaga. We don't see too much emotion from him. Times his run to perfection, I think, here, Tanaka. Sailors have had no choice but to push forward, push players forward, try and close down higher up. Kunimoto pings it over the top. Bill Mamadou gets caught out, and Tanaka keeps his cool. Beautiful finish from Tanaka, and this has put the result beyond doubt. It's the title for Albirex Niigata, surely now.
You see Lestian carry the ball forward. Song. Cross not finding a white shirt. Falls to Saifullah. There's Song to the feet of Kim Shin-wook. This is No Adam. Pulls the shot wide. And you can just see from the body language of the Sailors players, they look deflated.
Well, the Tanaka goal is the title for Albirex. The culmination of everything they have worked for. The disrupted pre-season. A difficult defeat to Tanjung Pagar at the start of the campaign. The loss to the Sailors in the Community Shield. How hard they've worked throughout the course of this campaign. They have put the Sailors to the sword.
Well, and the chance of Championate just ringing out from the away fans at the Jalan Besar Stadium. You can see what it means to them. What a game of football we've had this evening. Albirex Niigata have been crowned the Singapore Premier League champions for this 2022 season. That's after beating the Lion City Sailors. The game started with a bang. Ilhan Fandi putting the White Swans ahead. That was before Kim Shin-wook pulled the Sailors level. After that, Korai Tanaka, well, he restored Albirex lead. Gabriel Quack, or rather Tanaka would extend that lead in the second half before Gabriel Quack scored from the spot to perhaps give Sailors a fighting chance of at least grabbing a point. But it's that man there, Korai Tanaka, who would go on to complete his hat-trick, score his 31st goal of the season to lead the goal-scoring charts here in the SPL and to seal the victory that hands Albirex Niigata the title. We'll be bringing you the full-time highlights with John Dykes and Rish Roshan Rai straight after this. But the final score here at the Jalan Besar Stadium, it's Lion City Sailors 2, Albirex Niigata 4.
So they've done it, and they've done it by a scoreline in the end that is a comprehensive 4-2 victory. And somehow appropriate that Korai Tanaka makes it a hat-trick and gets out in front at the top of the individual goal-scoring charts. But make no mistake, this was a team effort by Albirex Niigata, not just tonight, but over the season. Roshan's joined me as we see these scenes of celebration, and it's good to see mutual respect between these two sides. They know that there's not much between them, but one or two big moments tonight decided it, right?
It's, yeah, I have to say, thank you to both these sides throughout the course of the campaign for giving us a brilliant title race. It has been an absolute pleasure to watch on from the sidelines, and it's easy for us to stand out here and for me to stand out here and speak of what should have been done better or where they did well. But both these teams have been absolutely brilliant throughout the course of the campaign, and I just want to show my appreciation for that. But many congratulations to Albirex Niigata for winning the SPL title 2022.
Yeah. And those fans deserve some credit as well. They've made this a really special occasion tonight. Of course, the roof nearly lifted off this stand on the 2 occasions when LCS scored, but the constant support for this team encouraged them at times in a game that was not always easy for them. They had to dig deep at times to resist tonight.
It wasn't easy at all, and we touched on this Albirex Niigata side in the course of this title-winning season now. The fact that they've had to really put everything into it. They've had to dig deep. It's been tough in moments, and they had to suffer in the second half of this one. Suffer they did, survive they did, and eventually they thrived to pick up the win, getting the killer goal at the end. And I think these celebrations are going to continue long into the night.
Look at Kazuaki Yoshinaga supporting and saluting those fans. Champions in 2016, 17, 18 and 20. They then were confronted by their sternest challenge yet in the emergence of Lion City Sailors. But for the second time in successive encounters, they've managed to beat them and beat them comprehensively. 4-2 being a scoreline that we've seen a couple of times now, and that doesn't happen to Lion City Sailors very often at all. So there they are, and they will celebrate well with 2 games to go. And that's the other thing as well. To think that this side, Roshan, lost its opening game of the season, had a 4-game run of draws at one point, yet has now effectively eased to this title with a bit of room to spare.
They kept going, right? And that run of 4 draws that you talk about was, I know for a fact, I heard from the club, very frustrating period for them. And it could have given them a big knock. It could have given them that sense that it's not going to be our season, it's not going to work out well. Lion City Sailors are going to run away with it. It didn't allow that sort of mentality to take hold. They picked themselves up, they went all the way, they went on a stunning run, 12 games unbeaten now. 1 defeat in the last 25 SPL matches. I mean, deserved champions, right? At the end of a long campaign, they deserve it.
And they had to get the job done tonight. Let's look at how they did the job tonight. And it's a tale of, I think this is a 2-sided story. What they got right and maybe what Lion City Sailors got wrong. What they got right at the start was scoring the first goal. It eased a certain amount of pressure. They got their noses in front, and it was a thing of beauty, really.
I mean, this goal from Ilhan was excellent. I think it was perhaps, I know we've had some really good goals, but perhaps a goal of the night. And it got us off to a really good start in this one, and we expected a high tempo, high intensity, high quality clash. Talk of high quality, that's exactly what we got with that finish.
And let's also salute the acquisition of Ilhan Fandi. Not at the start of the season. He came in, he provided a boost, he's supplied them with some 16 goals or something as well. But then that beautifully flighted ball, as it turned out, from Adam Swandi, cutting out Jun Kobayashi at the back. Through goes Kim Shin-up, 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, good response from the Sailors, and I like that little bit of movement on Kim Shin-up, the awareness to get himself back on side. You see strikers sometimes a little bit too lazy, get themselves caught offside there. He gets himself back on. Lovely ball from Adam Swandi into his path, and nice composure to find the back of the net with that finish.
But then this is the mark of the champions. They then found a way before half-time. This was the 37th minute, and a strange goal in some ways because it ping-ponged around a little bit and ricocheted around, but there was a bit of composure there. And then, of course, getting on the end of it was the man of the moment.
It comes into him so fast, Ilhan, here, with the second ball across the face of the 6-yard box. Kakuta keeping it alive with this effort. Kobayashi trying to find the top corner. They just react quicker in these situations, and they get the reward from Ikurai Tanaka with the finish in the end.
And for the second time, that big side foot, the right foot of Ilhan Fandi, so important there. As he reacted, look at his reaction. Just as that came back off the post, he was ready, he sets it, and they score. But at this stage, the game was still very much wide open, and there were chances. This one before the break, probably something that they're going to look back at, Lion City Sailors, as a big miss.
They've had big chances, Lion City Sailors, in this game to really punish Albirex, and they haven't taken those opportunities. Good bit of work down the left-hand side by the Sailors, and it's scripted into a really good area by Lestien. Kim Shin-up, the movement is good, but he just doesn't get up over the ball finish.
They could, in fact, maybe even have been in front at the break, because Hafiz Noor went through, took a heavy touch, and squandered an opportunity. And it wasn't a night for missing chances, was it? They could ill afford it.
This was another big moment, huge moment, this one. Again, the build-up is excellent. Couple of dummies in there, tighter first touch to give himself a better angle, and he would have been able to get the shot off a lot quicker towards the far post.
Well, they continue to ask questions in the second half, and early on in the piece from Lestien, that was a huge miss. And I don't wish you look at it as a miss or a save.
It's both. It's both. I'm going to give Koga the credit there.
Got to.
With the save, you know, we don't give goalkeepers enough credit. Brilliant save.
And then this was a key moment. This was the goal that probably decided it. Hasan Sani maybe a little slow coming off his line. Tanaka went through, touched it. We didn't get a clear glimpse being on the other side of this, but did you see anything about that would concern you about whether it was valid or not?
A bit of controversy there with the connection between Tanaka and Hasan. I'm not sure if there's contact on the ball made by Tanaka initially. There certainly is a coming together between Tanaka and Hasan. Whatever it is, you play to the whistle. And this is, again, just another sign of how things have gone against the Lion City Sailors, I think, this evening. There's enough pace on that ball to help it trickle across the goal line.
That was an agonizing moment. I mean, that was slow motion. That was almost the league being settled in slow-mo there. But, to their credit, we then saw a little comeback here. Now, Diego Lopez knows what he's doing there. He's looking for contact. Gets some.
Yeah. On the blind side, Lestien.
Sorry, Lestien it was going in.
Lestien coming on the blind side of Idetsu. Just have a look at this. Idetsu switches off.
Yeah.
Lestien is there to
Was there enough contact?
Just about enough.
All right, Lestien went down and then up steps for the penalty, Gabriel. In it goes. He's good at those. And that gave us a grandstand finish.
Yeah, it certainly did. Nice drama to end this one. And Gabriel in a pressure moment, high pressure moment, stepping up and taking a very good penalty.
And then just a couple of half moments towards the end, and just looked as if maybe there was going to be something remarkable, but just too many goals required. And in the end, even the trickery there of that flair player of Lion City Sailors unable to do the job. And in the end, it took a little bit of guts and a bit of last-ditch defending from the now champions, but that's what you need to do, isn't it?
You have to suffer in these moments, get it across the line. The quality of the Lion City Sailors, you got to struggle, and eventually they put it to bed with this finish from Tanaka. This is such a good finish from Kodai Tanaka. The control that he shows on this one. Again, inside of the boot, finds the far corner. Kunimoto playing the ball over the top. You don't see that too often.
That's when they knew. He knew, they knew, it was done. There was no way back for the Lion City Sailors. And for Kodai Tanaka to come out of such a big game with a hat-trick. I remember saying to you before the start of this game, he might be my player of the season. Well, we can discuss that in a moment, because he's come away with a match ball from the game that has seen them become champions. Above all else, this was a spectacular example of just how entertaining the AIA Singapore Premier League can be. Some 30 shots between these two sides, 12 on target. Albirex obviously more efficient in front of goal, and maybe that was what decided this.
That's exactly it. The efficiency, the effectiveness in front of goal, finishing off the opportunities when they had them. Sailors had chances, you know. I called on them to show us what they've got in the build-up to this, show that character, and they certainly did. They created opportunities, they fought. They didn't give this one up without a fight, but just, you know, when they didn't show enough quality and composure in those moments to finish off those chances. And Albirex Niigata did, and they're the ones who come away with the title.
And the celebrations are not going to stop or die down anytime soon. They are loving this. And to do it, of course, at the home of your most immediate rivals in the league, that makes it special as well. They still have games to play, but you get the sense, really, that it's just going to be a celebration from here on in. So confirmation, then, that they cannot be caught. That is the gap at the top. It's 58 to 51. And then, of course, our attention turns to what happens in the places below Lion City Sailors. The subplot, if you will, this season in terms of third and fourth places. But for Albirex, that represents a magnificent season. 2 defeats, curiously, both at the hands of Tanjung Pagar United, and that represents a strong campaign, doesn't it?
It certainly does. It certainly represents a really strong campaign by Albirex Niigata. Deserved champions, you can't say they don't deserve it. They can go off, still got 2 games left, a chance to give some of the squad players some game time, I would think, from Yoshinaga, and also prepare for the Singapore Cup that's coming up.
That's right.
For the Sailors, go off, lick their wounds a little bit, and look ahead to the cup competition where they're looking to try and improve on their efforts.
You can't fault their support tonight. They were fantastic, the Lion City Sailors fans. And, you know, let's just have a quick word about them. Losing their coach in really unusual circumstances. The collapse we've seen in terms of these 4 successive defeats right now. No one said it was going to be easy. You might be the richest club in town. You might have resources that others can only envy. You might do an awful lot right on and off the pitch, which they seem to do. But it's football, isn't it, after all, Roshan? And no one says that you're guaranteed to win.
No guarantees in football. games aren't played on paper, and we've seen a great example of that in this campaign. It's not just Albirex Niigata, I think, who've really pushed them all the way through. It's some of the other sides in the league as well. They've upped their game against the Land City Sailors. And it's a credit to the Sailors. The club as a whole, I think, is an incredibly well-run club. They have the right idea. They put in the investments. It's brilliant what they've done with the training center, with youth football.
Absolutely.
There's a big, bright future for them, for this club.
That's
just
right.
hasn't happened for them this campaign.
Yep.
But I expect a big reaction and a big response from some of these players, if some of them are still there at the club next season.
Yeah, big decisions to be made, you can be sure of that, but you're absolutely right. Football levelling up to the standards they're setting in so many ways, and you might even argue that what Albirex have done this season is also in response to the challenge laid down by LCS. Well, we're not done for the season, nor yet for this weekend, of course. Let's just remind you what else comes up for your viewing pleasure this weekend from the AAS Singapore Premier League. We've got Hougang United against Tampines Rovers. That's a really appealing fixture, that one tomorrow. Hougang United, of course, we know on their day can play great football. Tampines looking to seal a third-place finish this season. Young Lions up against Balestier Khalsa is the other Saturday game, and then Geylang International against Tanjong Pagar United at our Tampines hub coming your way on Sunday. What's the big one for you? What the rest of the weekend now?
You're looking at Tampines against Hougang. I think that's a brilliant one. I think 2 games tomorrow are going to go a long way towards determining who finishes in the top 4 as well. And Tanjong Pagar United can get a result in their match, against Geylang. That's going to be really, really exciting as well. I mean, there's a lot to look forward to ahead of the weekend as well. Battle at the bottom between Young Lions and Balestier Khalsa tomorrow going on. But really, I think Tampines Rovers against Hougang tomorrow, for Tampines to seal up 3rd spot, will be a really good campaign for Gavin Lee and his side.
All right, I think the last word has to be about Albirex Niigata, who are going to be crowned, of course, come the end of this season as the new Singapore Premier League champions. What was your highlight from what we saw from them this evening? A player, a moment, anything in particular?
I think we saw in this display sort of this microcosm, is that the right word, of the whole season in this one match. The quality in attack. We saw brilliant technical quality in the finishing, the threat that they showed in attacking positions. Korai Tanaka and the brilliant season that he's had, but also the tactical discipline and that mentality and that desire to see themselves across the line when the going got tough.
Yep, worthy champions doing it when it mattered most. Roshan, thanks very much. An absolute pleasure working with you, and of course a pleasure watching a game as good as that one. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did, and make sure you catch more from this league over the course of this weekend. We'll see you again soon. For now, though, from Jalan Besar Stadium, on behalf of everybody who works to put these broadcasts together, thanks for being with us. Goodbye for now.